The wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tiggers are wonderful things. Hey, thank you.
I'll maybe respond as cheerily. The wonderful thing about Tiggers is that Tiggers are wonderful things.
Very nice. Wow. Hey, everybody, Jim Cummings here, and if Tigger were here, he'd say, thanks, everybody, for bouncing on in here and enjoying the show. But before we go, I want you to do me a small favor. Hit like, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the show. Now, speaking of enjoying the show, enjoy the show.
Hello, 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 Fan Expo Vancouver. How are we doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the second ever live recording of Toon'd In with Jim Cummings. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Yes, yes, yes. Who here has seen or heard the podcast before? Hands up. Ah, so a lot of you have some work to do. Yes, yes, we have a good time. There's just really briefly, there's a whole bunch of guests that are at this convention right now that have been on the podcast. We've had a great time, just discussing acting, voice acting, even some Disney artists have been on. So if you haven't seen it, be sure to check it out. And without further ado, I'm gonna introduce our guest for today. You know her from My Little Pony, none other than Nicole Oliver.
Oh, I got a hug. Where you want me, friend?
Right here in the middle, it's
Alrighty.
fine. And last but not least, none other than the legend himself, Mr. Jim Cummings. How are you doing, Jim?
Thank you, my brother. Bless you. All righty. Oh, is this thing on?
Hello.
Nice place you got here.
Hello. Oh, I neck up my glasses on my head. I'm ready. Look at all the pretty people out there.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. How you doing?
I'm blinded, so I'm glad.
Blinded
Are you sure they're
by
out
the
there?
light.
Okay, good. It sounds good. Sounds promising. Thanks for all getting out of bed and coming down and seeing us. Thank you so very much. I say we get dangerous now. What do you think? Let's get dangerous. What do you think, Christopher? Shall we?
So I have no voices, but we shall.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm quite honored to be sitting with Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, like a likely story. You have 20 minutes to cut that out. All right.
Only if you give me some honey.
Oh, that's
Hey,
her
now,
sexy
come
pony
on.
voice. I don't think ponies are allowed to talk like that, are they?
Only on their off hours, I think.
Oh, well, I hope this hour isn't off. But it is, so it's too late. And thanks all for being here, folks. This is lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you.
So I thought we could start at the beginning. One of the things that fascinates me so much about the entertainment industry is all the avenues that actors and performers take to end up where they are in their career. And I've been listening and researching on you, Nicole, and I think that you share a lot of similar philosophies to Jim when it comes to your approach, your creative approach to acting or anything like that. But you also had very different backgrounds. You were classically trained, correct? You went over the pond.
I did. I trained Shakespeare. Jeremy Irons was one of my instructors.
No.
Yes, name drop.
Scar himself.
Name drop, yes.
And like Elizabeth Taylor told you, never be a name dropper.
Well, too late
Right?
now, I guess.
It's too late, right?
Yeah, I started, I was a dancer a long time ago when I was a kid. And so, and that's really hard on the body. I tore my knee out when I was 12, and then I thought I'd be a lawyer.
Oh, wow. Then what's your pole vaulting career?
And then I did the school play, and I got bitten by the bug.
Ooh.
But my parents said I had to get an education. So I did go the classical route. I went to theater school and graduated a long time ago when the earth was flat. and have been a professional actor for pushing almost 40 years now.
Wow.
And yeah,
That's
it's
good.
Amazing. I started when I was -5. No.
And you're only 32, so that's
Exactly.
amazing.
Right.
Wow.
that's girl math. And
You were acting like an embryo.
I was
Because
just
you
Lying there and vibrating.
But no, so I'm doing a long time in a lot of different avenues, and even in my career, I've done a lot of things. I'm really grateful to be able to do what I love, and I don't take that for granted every day.
Right.
At all. Yeah.
How old were you, do you think, when you knew you had the bug? When you said, I'm going to do this and that's it?
16.
16, yeah?
Doing the high school play.
Yeah, is that what it was? That you
The prime
heard
of
the
Miss
applause
Jean,
and
the
that was...
prime of Miss Jean Brodie. I remember walking out on stage, and I remember the applause, and I just remember. Well, I just loved being part of a group of just playing and getting to be something different, or walk in different shoes, or experience different emotions that maybe you weren't allowed to. And the freedom in that, was intoxicating and rewarding. And I'm still doing it, so, yeah.
Still going.
Still trying.
Yeah, absolutely. Good for you.
I want to go back and ask you what it was like working with Jeremy Irons, like having a mentor like that, having a coach or a teacher like that. What was that like? And Jim, for you, when you sang in The Lion King, did you work with Jeremy Irons or were you separate?
No, I didn't. I don't think we ever really met, which is kind of weird. But no, I was there. I had already sung a song, a demo for Hakuna Matata. Jess Harnell and I. You guys know Jess, Animaniacs. Gotta love him. Jess Harnell. Well, Disney hired us to do a demo for Ernie Sabella and Nathan Lane, Pumbaa and Timon. And they figured, because they weren't singers, they said, well, let's just get Jim and Jess to do it. So we'll... they can give them a cassette, they can drive around in their car, listen to it over and over for a month. That way you know the song like you know Happy Birthday. Everybody knows Happy Birthday. It's that kind of thing. So that's what they did. And they said, since you're here, would you like to take a swing at Be Prepared? The villain song. You guys saw Lion King, right? Be prepared. And the bad guy has to laugh at the end of the song. It's a law. And so there you go. And they said, well, let's have Jim take a swing at it. And it apparently I didn't stink. So I snuck into the movie too.
That's so cool.
A
Yeah.
lot of those happy circumstances.
Well, I met Mr. Irons, call me Jeremy. I was staying, it was at Oxford in England, and I was boarding there at Balliol College. And he was teaching us shocking Shakespeare.
Wow.
And we were doing Julius Caesar, and every day we'd meet out in the quad and go walking along the Thames and talk Shakespeare and do our lines. Wow. And my classmates were from all around the world, so not all of them spoke English. So I might be doing my lines in English, but the other actors would be speaking Spanish or Russian, and it was mind-boggling. And then we just sit down and have a pint and talk.
Yes.
So... it was this real kind of fundamental introduction for me to the substance and the foundation that somebody I've admired has and had, and just how real it all was too. You get to separate the artifice from the acting, right? And in such a gorgeous location, steeped in history,
boy.
It was
no kidding.
Really inspiring.
Wow, you're walking in some well-worn steps over there in Shakespeareville.
Yes.
Right?
Very, very much so. All the world's a stage and all that, Yeah.
The whole world is, yes.
Yes.
Here's one now.
Another question I have for both of you. I mean, one of the things that fascinates me so much about voice acting is just the ability to obviously change your voice into so many different characters. For you two specifically, one of the talents that amazes me is your ability to play so many different characters within the same show. Like I saw you were on a show called Littlest Pet Shop, where you played over 20 characters.
Yeah.
Over 20 characters. Jim, for you, I think of, Sarge's Heroes, where you played pretty much every single character.
Yeah.
So what is the process, and how much do you lean on the animation to differentiate your voice when you're doing over 20 voices in one project.
Yeesh. Take it away.
Process. Well, I listen a lot to the world around me. I get inspired by what I hear around me. But I've always been making funny voices ever since I was a kid. My mom told me I spoke with a British accent for 6 months when I was like 6 years old.
No kidding.
Drove her nuts. And then I apparently switched to a French accent. So I've always loved the music of voices. Wow. And I haven't been arrested yet, but I was one time I was in Nordstrom's and there was this woman who was at the makeup,
And she was looking for a very particular kind of blush. And she was going on and on and on about the blush, not too orange, not too coral, but you know something.
I hate it when it's too orange.
It's too orange.
and I was like, who is that? And so I was trying to get my phone out to record her and not get arrested for stalking. So, I mean, that we all have so many voices inside of us. It just takes the courage, I think, to take the leap. But I also get inspired by lots around me and those who've come before me. So
Yeah. Do you? I used to do impressions of my relatives.
Oh yes.
Do you do what?
Yes.
Where do you come up with your?
So I have an Aunt Sylvia who lives in Winnipeg, Manitoba, above Minnesota. And Sylvia used to smoke, but she didn't smoke. You know what I mean? You know. And so when I would go over, Nikki, that's what my family called me, was Nick. Oh, Nikki, look at it's so, oh no, no, I'm not smoking. No, Nikki, but today I had a bit of wine.
The cigarette smoking.
Yeah.
It wasn't her.
Yeah, well, cigarette smoking. Maybe both. That might explain a lot. But so family too, really great. Yeah, nobody's billed me yet for using their voice, but I'm sure that's to come.
Yeah. Well, my Aunt Grace, God rest her soul, was Lieutenant Spinelli on Chippendale's Rescue Rangers. I know that sounds terrible. You guys see that show, Chippendale? Remember, it's an old show. Oh, thanks. Thank you very much.
But, to my way of thinking, my little ears, that's just the way she sounded. How you doing there, Jimbo? Get over here. Give your Aunt Grace a hug.
That was my aunt, not my uncle. And so, I just put her in a cartoon, and everybody bought it. That's one of my tricks, and I to this day, I'll still come up with different things like that. And I put two together. Did you ever blend together two people?
Yeah, well, my boys, when they were little, their voices, because kids' voices are unbelievable. They're such great reactors. And on some shows,
they're going to want to hire an adult to do a boy, do a boy voice or something because we can work longer hours and maybe we won't be as temperamental. I don't know, Jim, but
sometimes I'd be looking at my kids and they'd be like,
stop it, Mom, stop it. Don't steal my voice, Mom. Stop it. It's like
I was the voice snatcher. But
that's pretty good. And he was right smack dab in the middle of puberty there, it sounded like to me. Was that about right?
When the kids are kind of there, they're down here, and then they're up here, down here. Yeah,
I remember I was in 9th grade and I'd answer the phone. Hello, how you doing? Oh, hi, Sally, which was my mom. I go, this isn't Sally. It's Jim. Hi. And I did my back. Then I finally they dropped and I finally.
So I will beg, borrow, and politely steal and ask for forgiveness from almost anything. Yeah, it's all around you.
Well, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yes.
There you go.
Exactly.
Both of you doing these voices right now gives me the question, growing up, did you find just like a compulsion to do these voices? Like, was it just something where like, I need to do a voice, it's just an urge, these voices are coming out, or is it something that you really had to sit down and workshop and craft every time you made a new voice?
Anyone who knows me, it's like, what's your real voice? I'm all over the place with it, and I love to sing. But really, Bugs Bunny, I watched that growing up and was just so inspired by all of that. And and just, so it's the music, right? It's all around you. And I
think of it that way too.
Yeah, and sometimes when I'm trying to find a voice, I'll think of like a tonally, like I play piano. So what, does this person's voice around here, this note, or is it up here, this note, so then maybe she's gonna live here?
Or is it down here and that's where she's going to be? And then, does she have a bit of a cold maybe down here? So, a snorty
She's
thing.
a smoker.
Yeah, she's down here like that, right?
But the
Wow,
notes,
that's pretty good.
notes of it all, right? The music notes really help me kind of find
Oh, wow.
scale.
Yeah.
On the odd time when I have no inspiration, all the time. But yeah.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because we've talked to so many actors on this podcast, and so many come from a musical background. Finding
true.
those notes. I mean, I know Jim's a singer.
Yeah.
Were you ever a singer? You ever sing?
Yeah, I am a singer. I was a singer. I will always be a singer. You kind of have to be able to do it all, and if you can't, you have to be able to fake it really well. I think in this business. So, singing, I was in school choirs, and then I actually sang in some rock bands in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Woo! In the '80s and '90s, and started out did musical theater.
Oh, yeah?
And then I got seduced to the dark side of film and television, also known as the paycheck differential. And
Wow.
and then music, and on a lot of animation shows now, there's been a lot of music. And so My Little Pony was the first cartoon that I had sung for.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. I was about to ask you that.
Yeah.
Now, did you say you were in a band, or you were?
I was like, we had a
musicals?
band. I think we called ourselves 669 because that was the lead guitarist's address at the time on Ossington.
Oh,
It was
yes.
very original thinking of the name. But we did
remember
covers like, oh, the long, cool woman in a black dress. You remember that song?
I do.
Yeah, it's like from a long time
With
ago.
the Hollies.
You know.
Long coat and woman in a black dress.
A part of the beautiful song. Just one look, she was a bad mess, and the long, cool
Damn.
woman let it oh.
Okay, you have 10 minutes to stop that.
Okay.
All right. That's wonderful. Good for you. No, wasn't that?
Thank you.
Come on, help me out. Wasn't that the
Aw,
Hollies?
thank you.
That was pretty good, huh?
Very sweet. Yeah, but no, singing on My Little Pony was nerve-wracking. Daniel Ingram was the composer on it, and he's just incredible. And
Was who?
Daniel Ingram. And he's been nominated for Emmys, and I don't know, probably I think he lines his whole room with them now. But it was incredible because it was a real mixed throwback to those classical musicals.
Oh, yeah.
But also there was something very relatable and almost poppy in the music on that show, and it had its own thing. It has its own life now, even after the run of the show. So yeah, sang on that, and I still sing. People ask me not to, but I'll sing anyway.
Well, that's good.
Especially in my car.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Well, you never know. Get a gig out of that, right? Can't hurt.
I know you were in a band as well, Jim. What was the name of your band?
Yeah, well, I was in a bunch of them, but Fusion was the one band in New
Fusion.
Orleans.
Fusion.
It was like one that I was a fantastic Perel in high school, which was cool, and I was a Sweet Soul Spice in high school. I was the white kid, and I still am, and except now I'm the white old fart. But Fusion was the band in New Orleans, the only one I made money in, that I could make a living doing, and we just did cover songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Would anyone like to hear some Uriah Heep? Say no. Good. Okay, no. Okay. Take me across. Okay, we're done. and
Do you remember the first time you sung in a cartoon?
Oh gosh, that's a good. Dumbo Circus would have to be.
It was.
Yeah, Dumbo Circus. It was a brand new thing. It was called cable TV. Ooh. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was a while ago, and Disney Channel had just started, and they said, "Well, we need some content because we can't keep rerunning these old things from 40, 50 years ago." So they started Dumbo Circus. And I was Lionel the Lion, Dumbo's pal, and it was people in costume, some little people, some regular folks, and they were in costume. It wasn't animated, so it was hard to have a 5-foot mouse because it was based on Timothy from Dumbo, and so they made him a lion. So I got to be Lionel the Lion, and that was my first job for Disney.
But that's one of my favorite things when you're different characters. Like, how would they sound when they sing? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, because it's not just enough for those who are like interested in doing voiceover, right? Like just what your character is going to sound like. But it's also like, what do they sound like? What's their laughter sound like? What do they sound like when they sing?
Yes.
Because do they sing? Are they tone deaf? Do they talk sing?
Wow, that's
all
great.
These
See, I have that same philosophy.
You know, and so, and what can you add to it that's going to make it kind of stand out a little bit? Like that can help add back into the character.
Yeah.
So I don't see singing as a character. There are some, not all actors will sing. They'll hire some people who just sing for certain characters.
Yes.
But probably because I'm a control freak, well, I love to be able to do both, and I'm very grateful when I'm given the opportunity to do so, because you really can really flesh out the character that way, you know? And
I agree.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I think everybody likes when the song comes on. You know, I remember, you know, I've had 4 daughters, and I remember, you know, the cartoon be on, something be playing, and the song will come on, and they get up and they start waltzing around the room. So everybody picks up on it. You know, young, old, doesn't matter. Beautiful thing.
I played, there's a cartoon that came out a little while ago called Press Start, and I had a character,
Called
Helga.
who?
Press Start.
Oh.
It's based on the kids' books. And I played Helga the Viking, and I got to do opera singing. And
did you have the helmet with the...
and it came
Wow. I'm just glad none of this glass started breaking.
Yeah, but to be able to, like, I went I got offered the part, and they're like, oh, by the way, we want her to be an opera singer. I didn't know that.
First of all, she had to have a really bad accent, and the worse the better, you know, kind of a cross between Beaker and, you know, somebody. And so then she'd do the opera singing, you know, and have to sing the song. And
wow.
It was just so fun. First of all, terrifying, because I'm like, oh, what am I going to do?
And the dogs liked it.
And
they're going, what? What do you want? I'm over here. Right?
The studio dogs were crazy. But that's what's so fun about working in this business. I don't know if you feel the same way, just those challenges that make you want to run out of the room and hide, and then also that you just can't wait to stand up and shout to the rooftops. You know, I feel like I live between terror and these exulting highs when I'm in the booth all the time. Because you never know what's going to come your way, and you never know if you're going to be able to do it or not. And then when you do it, you're like, yeah, I knew I could do that. Yeah. Okay.
Do you feel like that pressure is higher or lower when you're recording in a group versus an individual setting?
I think I love group records, and they're a rare thing to begin with, because to get everyone's schedule in alignment is
I agree.
so hard. But then with COVID, that went out the window.
I know, that drove me crazy.
As an actor, I didn't get into this business to work in isolation. So I found that's been a real challenge, because I get inspired by everyone's energy.
And acting is reacting.
Yeah. Also,
Right?
how are you going to say the line? What are you going to do? But then also, you might be inspired by the way that you would give a line to me. It's
Right.
going to make me do something that I hadn't thought of, practiced, or whatever. And
Right.
it's those yummy moments of just that creative spark that when you're working on your own, it's really tough. You have to do it all, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and I like to. I tend to ad-lib. I always do it as written.
Yep.
But then I'll do it as it should have been written, and that which is my ad-lib that I made up.
And do you negotiate a writing credit for yourself?
Yeah, but you can't negotiate it, because the writers will go, oh yeah, that was good. Yeah, I wrote that.
I'll take that, thank you.
Sure.
My
yeah.
idea? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a semi-famous story about when we did Aladdin, and I had a scene with Robin Williams, not in the room at the same time, but I ad-libbed a couple lines that I was Rasul. I was the big guy that took his orders directly from Jafar. If you guys saw that movie.
Love that.
That was me. That was me, thanks. And they liked a couple of my lines, so they kept them, but they didn't, it didn't work with Robin's line that followed right after, so they had to hire Robin Williams, and I'm sure he was cheap, you know, to come back in and fix the lines. And if you see, I think it's the third one. There's a courtroom scene, And he wasn't crazy about the fact that he had to fix his lines because, oh, little funny cartoon man. Oh, very nice. Oh, ooh, ad-lib. Ooh, I never heard of that. And so he came in and he said, well, we won't have this problem anymore. I'll tell you what. He goes, I'm sorry, I will not take guff from a tertiary character. And he leaned over, grabbed my feet, and rolled me up like a blind, and Jeannie vanished me. So, so I got dissed by Robin Williams in a major motion picture. Thank you. Thank you.
That's high praise.
He gave me his finger, personally, sort of. Symbolically.
Symbolic.
Please, let's change the subject.
Okay.
Nicole, a question for you.
Sure.
So you've done so much work, not only in voiceover, but also on camera and hosting and many, many more. How different is your approach to whatever medium you're working with? Or is it very similar? Say your approach versus on camera or recording in a booth?
It's a great question.
Well, first of all, it's all acting, right? Voice is just the adjective in front of the noun. So you're an actor. So it's always, who am I? What are my similarities to this character, this difference? How can I find my way in? I believe preparation, whether it's an animation character or a television role or a movie, you're only as good as your last job. So I take it very seriously and do a lot of prep work and try and think outside of the box and so that when I'm actually in the booth or on set, I can just let it all go and have fun and be present and enjoy the moment and everything else around you without being so stuck in my head or terrified that I don't even know what I'm doing,
Well, I the way I have a philosophy of if it was a football game, then I treat every gig like it's the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I think that's the only way to go.
Yep. I agree.
Otherwise, what are you doing? You're not, you're gifted to not have to sell shoes because I've done that. It sucks. And this is much better than hanging out with you guys.
I sold jewelry.
Yeah?
I worked in retail. I get you. Yeah.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Better.
Well, I used to sell pots and pans door to door.
Okay, you win. That's it.
Okay, I used to sell my blood. Okay, never mind. Okay, as long as I won.
You had me at pots and pans, Jim.
Yes. Which is sadly true. But,
every job, like the Super Bowl. And also, I think one of the things I miss about auditioning in person, so much of our industry has moved online, right?
Yeah.
Which is a whole other story. It makes me cry. But that in person, I've gotten jobs. Like I've gone to audition for something and they've seen something else and they ask you back for something, or they'll ask you in that moment, can you try this for me? Or because of how you were doing a guest spot on a certain show, I've had them write, like all of a sudden you have a 3-episode arc or an animation there. We know she can do this too, or can you do this as well? And I was just working on a movie the other day.
Yeah?
I was an animated film I'm not allowed to talk about, and I was brought in to do some smaller
And you're
parts.
not allowed to say the name.
That's right, or else the lawyers will
Don't you
descend
hate
from the
that?
ceiling. And I was doing Walla.
I'll get it out of her and tell you later.
But at the end, the director came up to me and said, we had swung for the fences on this, went a different way on one of the leads, which I had also auditioned for. And he's like, I think we'd like to go with you. Can I just work with you for a little bit? I have a different idea. And that's come back my way now, right? And so had I not been in the booth with the director doing these things, like there's no small parts, to be asked to contribute is incredible. You show up, you do your best, you swing for the fences, Super Bowl every time, Bad Bunny halftime show. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, gratitude is essential.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for all of it, every little bit. I think that's part of being happy too. Yeah. Gratitude. You can't be happy if you don't have gratitude.
Nope.
Right?
Yes.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I stole that from Dennis Prager, but he was right. So there you have it. Yeah.
A question for both of you. I'm curious as an actor what it feels like. It's great to book a part, of course. That's exciting. Your adrenaline's going. You're excited to perform. It's another thing to get cast in a part of a major IP like Marvel. You both have played superheroes before in Marvel, properties, and obviously Winnie the Pooh. Something is so big like My Little Pony. What's that feeling when you get cast in something that's already so established and so big? Like, oh my God, like people already know this. you know, the anticipation part of is this going to blow up is gone. You already know it's huge. What's that feeling like when you get cast in one of those properties? Did you grow up as a comic fan? I know Jim did.
Yeah, no, I had all the Archie comics. Those were my...
Oh, you
Betty
read
and
a lot of
Veronica.
Archie comics?
Yeah.
Me too.
A lot of Archie comics. Yeah, I mean, I think if you let the magnitude of some of it hit you, I would never get out of bed.
Yeah,
I'd be like, not today, people. But yeah, I've played Black Widow in Lego Marvel. I've been the Sorceress and He-Man.
I know, I was gonna ask you that about the Black Widow.
You know,
That's-
lots of different parts like that. I've
Pretty sexy
on camera.
villainous.
I've worked with. You worked with Julia Roberts, and so you can't really think about it. But certainly after the fact, I fangirl.
I was fangirling knowing I was coming to talk with you, Winnie. I knew that. You know, I was excited about
heck.
that, Mr. Cummings.
And in a part like Black Widow, does the on-camera actor's performance have any influence into your character, or is it just brought 100% through you, or is there a mix?
Kind of a little both. It's going to depend really on the animation director and where they're wanting to go, whether they're trying to... I mean, Scarlett Johansson, give me a break. Like, what? Colin Joseph's the luckiest man on the planet, as far as I'm concerned. Next to my husband, that is. He's the luckiest man on the planet. But she's incredible. She's got a great tone about her. You know, but I loved my favorite on camp, like Florence Pugh as her sister. Come on now, the hair flip. So there's a lot of things in live action that do come over into the booth that you try. But you see, it's our voice. When we're using our whole body in front of the microphone, it's not just the voice. I always say, what are you going to do with the other 90%? So how do you do the hair flip with your voice? Like, is it a sassy attitude? Is it a like,
That's
what is
true,
it?
huh?
You know, how do you get into all the things that we take for granted with our eyes?
That's
if
true.
If it's an inspiration, how do we get it in here to then have it meet? Because you see the eyes and the ears coming together, right? So, yeah, but yeah, sure. Marvel, huge.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna, right? Did it not feel the same way for you?
Oh,
or?
absolutely. Did you ever read comic books, speaking of Marvel?
Pardon me?
See, girls don't read comic books, do they?
I'm sorry, what was that word?
No, I read I had brothers.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had Star
I'd
Wars.
like you even more.
I had Star Wars sheets on my bed.
You who?
I had the original Star Wars sheets on my bed.
Whoa.
Because my brothers did, and I was like, oh, I want them too. And then, yeah. So
Wow.
I've always collected stuff.
Yeah.
You know, dolls, or, I mean, I have the original Sonny and Cher Barbie. Like, I love Charlie's Angels. I love pop culture.
Oh, my gosh,
You know,
yeah.
all that kind of stuff. And I think, you know, when you look at what's really impacting people, it's such a great into understanding how people tick. And that goes back to what we do for a living, right? So, yeah.
So true, yeah.
always
Well,
tick
it's
the
a
whole-
blessing. Yeah. And did you always knew you were going to do this sort of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I didn't want a quiet life.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew I was going to do something exactly like this when I was 5, so I always say...
But the challenge is just, you know, how do I keep reinventing myself without losing who I really am? Because you're trying to please a bunch of masters and mistresses, right? That all have different ideas, and the whims of change all the time, and you know, aging and being a woman in this business and dealing with all those sort of things. I have a lot to say. I have a lot I want to do. And gosh darn it, I'm going to find a way to do it.
That's right. Strong opinions for all occasions. There you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Give it up
Put
for
that
that.
on a
Give it up for
T-shirt,
that.
actually.
Yeah.
Strong opinions for all occasions.
Well, I stole
love
that from Ginny McSwain, the great director, voice director. That's her line.
Yeah.
So, and you can quote her.
I will. I will.
All right, Jim, I think it's time for a voice swap. What do you think?
But yes.
That time of the show has come.
Okay.
Those of you who watch the podcast know what's coming.
right.
Those of you who don't, you're in for a treat. So how this game works.
I did homework.
You did some homework.
I got to take my notebook out.
Oh,
All
she's
right.
cheating.
Look at that. I think that's a first.
First of all, I'm of an age. Second of all, I'm in the menopause. Third of all, what's my name? I don't remember what day it is, Jim. It's not written down.
Did you
It's
say
not
men on
real.
pause? Or no,
It's
never
not
mind.
real if
That was
I
a
don't
bad
write
joke.
it down.
Okay, so how it works for anybody who doesn't know, Nicole, you can go first since you're prepared. You got the notebook and everything. You'll pick one of your characters and one of their iconic quotes. You'll say that in the character's voice, and then Jim, you'll do the same thing in one of your character voices, and then we'll go vice versa.
You guys,
How does that
have you ever
sound?
seen one of these before? You're in the luck, I think.
Please.
Okay.
Or in Canada, one of the
So
other.
I'll start with Princess Celestia.
Oh, perfect. I do a perfect Princess Celestia.
Okay. So here it is. You ready?
Here we go.
I was not aware that I was an expression. To the moon!
Wait, wasn't that Jackie Gleason? To the moon, Alice.
Yeah, well,
Nobody knows who that is.
You beg, borrow, and you steal.
Oh, yeah.
I banished my sister to the moon, I'll have you know, Jim.
Damn.
I did. She was bothersome.
I'm not going to mess with that.
No.
Oh, now I forgot the quote.
I was not aware that I was an expression to the moon.
I was not aware that that was an expression.
That I was an expression.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like, dear Celestia, people would say. And I was like, I was not aware that I was an expression. To the moon.
How about Darkwing Duck? I was not aware that I was an expression to the moon. DW? All right. Okay, so let's see. Let me give you one. Okay, here we go. How about Tigger? Should we do Tigger? Say yes. Thank you. Okay. Your choice, dealer's choice on who's going to respond. But the wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tiggers are wonderful things. Hey, thank you.
I'll maybe respond as cheerily. The wonderful thing about Tiggers is that Tiggers are wonderful things.
Very nice. Wow. I feel like bouncing. That was very good.
Bounce with a capital B.
Okay.
How about we do one more back and forth? How's that sound? One more character each.
One more each, okay. So what? Did someone say moo or poo? Okay. That was some guy selling hot dogs. Never mind. Okay. Would you please pass the honey?
I do Black Widow. Would you please pass the honey?
Ooh. I think she won that one.
Oh, how about
Uh-oh.
Sorceress from He-Man?
Oh.
He-Man, by the power of Grayskull.
Even by the who?
He-Man,
Oh.
by the power of Grayskull.
How about Taz? There we go. Hey, man, by the power of Grayskull. There we
How
go.
about that? Give it up, give it up.
Okay, I've spat on the microphone. Now I have to. We're done.
That's awful. That was great.
Oh, that's pretty good. Hooray. Well, thank you, my dear. This is amazing.
Wait, before we go, I have one more question
on.
for you, Nicole.
Oh, okay.
I have to know, so you played multiple characters in the movie Sausage Party with Seth Rogen.
Yes.
I have to know what went through your mind the first time you read through that script.
Oh, God. I'm going to be canceled. When I saw the drawings, I was never going to be able to unsee how the buns looked.
Yeah, my character, Sally Bunn, was
The squish bun at the back of the package, and she ended up getting together with
Michael Cera's hot dog.
I like how the body language comes in. You see, she's all on the side of her.
Squish bun, she's squish at the back of the package.
And I did a couple of them, but that movie, that record was a group record, and
Those are good.
was ridiculously fun. I just trying to not laugh to get a clean take was next to impossible. And the idea, the jokes were, have you all seen Sausage Party? Have people seen Sausage? Those who are of a certain age who are allowed to see that type of thing. Okay. So, it's a little out there and dirty and weird, and the weirder the better. And the writers were there, and they would get ideas, and you go and you'd be like, I'm saying this. Not only am I saying this, it's being recorded, and it will be there forever.
Yes.
And then back to, I'm going to be canceled. But, but yeah, it was one for the books. Yeah, it was definitely a great memory for me, for sure.
Jeez, oh man. Boy, the
Yeah.
things we do for love. And money.
Like walking in the rain and the snow and the snow.
All right, I think we have time for one last question for each of you.
Here we go.
I wanted to ask, if you could go right now back in time and talk to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell them?
Oh, I've been asked this before. I kind of sum it up by saying I would tell my 18-year-old self to eat the bread. And what I mean by that is, as a young woman in the industry, starting out, it was some tough times. A lot of the stories and the expectations were true, and feeling whether or not I was good enough and I could measure it up to other people's ideas of what I should be, what I should do, what I should sound like. And I would tell my 18-year-old self to eat the bread. Don't take away from any of your dreams, your aspirations, what you want to do to try and please somebody else who isn't going to be around tomorrow and who doesn't really care. So eat the bread. That's what I say. Eat the bread.
Yeah.
Well said, well said.
Oh, that sucks, because I was just going to say that. Now I'm screwed. No, I don't have too many regrets, you know. So I would say, you know, follow. In fact, this is kind of advice for anybody too. If you find something, I remember making a list of things that I would do all day long for free, and then decide to do them so well that somebody will stupid enough to pay you. And that's as close as it gets to success, or, you know, in my mind, happiness. And because if you enjoy what you do and love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life. And I would have jumped into that a little sooner than waited as long as I did to do it. So yeah, that's what it would be.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys all so much for being here.
Thank you all very much.
Please, sorry.
I just want to say one thing, because I knew that I was coming to meet you, and I am a huge fan. I love the body of your work. And,
same here.
But Winnie the Pooh and A.A. Milne have been a huge part of my life.
Oh, yeah?
And one of the things our iconic characters, Princess Celestia and Winnie the Pooh, have in common is friendship, right? And I have had this picture of Winnie the Pooh and Winnie the Pooh and Piglet walking. Do you know the image I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So Princess Celestia wanted to say something to you.
Oh. Ooh.
Any day spent with you is my favorite day. So today is my new favorite day.
Mine too.
Thank you for having me.
You're as sweet as honey. Oh, Nicole, bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you for having me. This is amazing.
Thank you so much. Everybody for watching as well, and everybody out there on the interwebs watching as well. We really appreciate you guys. This podcast has been such a fantastic journey. We really appreciate it, and we're going to be doing this at, I believe, 7 more Fan Expos this year. So you can check out all the updated lists online of where to find us, and this has been a great time. One more time, give it up for Nicole Oliver.
Yay! Woohoo!
And Jim Cummings.
Thank you. God bless.
I'm producer Chris. Thank you all again so much for watching. Really appreciate it. We'll see you at the next one.
Okay. Ooh, you know what?
We'd like to gather in for a group photo if you guys don't mind.
You guys, we want all of you to be in the picture, if you will.
Yeah, would you come join us
Thank
for a
you.
picture?
Especially Tigger. Look at this guy. He bounced all the way in from the 100-acre wood.